What do you see the next 5 years being like for this space, or
For the
peripheral or
mastermind or
brain?
for neurotech?
Neurotech.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting, and it's going to expand a lot. We didn't really talk about, or we did. Did we talk about this on air? The investment going into the field recently, and so 2021 was like a record year, also because of what was going on with central bank and low interest rates and everything like this. People wanted to put their money into save somewhere safe, but we'll be seeing the fruits of all these investments, which is like record investments into neurotech companies. Hopefully, within the next 5 years, there's some really promising companies out there, and I think it's just going to get more and more mainstream. People are not going to be like, "What? What are you talking about?" It's going to be almost like a pacemaker, like, "Oh, yeah, I've heard about that," or "I know somebody that has that." Maybe signs will start popping up and be like, "Oh, you can't use this." Um, Scanner at the airport if you have a deep brain stimulator or some kind of neurotech device, and it'll be a little bit more normalized. But it is a slow growing thing. It's not like computers where it doubles every year and a half, where our smartphones are getting much more amazing. But it'll be slow growth, and maybe, yeah, maybe in 5 years, maybe a doubling by then. So nothing too crazy, but slowly get into the public consciousness a little bit more.
So Layden's law of neurotech would be every 5 years it doubles.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, there is one. It was already done. Unfortunately, I was scooped. I was scooped 5 years before this conversation. This is the Stevenson's law, and so it's basically a doubling of the number of channels in a
Mm.
neurotech device every 7 years. So it's much slower than Moore's law, which is what every 1.5 years or 2 years. And so, but there is a doubling. So there is kind of like this light at the end of the tunnel of like, okay, at some point we're going to get really, really amazing results on everything.